what am I shaking my head about? I have a question. Is there anything in this country that works properly anymore? Is there any part of the structure of this country that does its job, even to an 8 out of 10 level, let alone a 10 out of 10 level? Is there any part of our services that you would describe as providing a fabulous service? What's the latest news? The latest news is that another prisoner has been released accidentally and wrongly. Another one. This time, a 24-year-old Algerian man who was released from Wandsworth prison about a week ago, 6 days ago, apparently convicted of multiple sexual offences, somehow or other just wandered out the gates because they mistook him for someone else or accidentally signed his papers, or we don't actually know the details of it yet. But he's now wandering around, and the police and the Metropolitan Police are launching a manhunt for him. This is a week after Mr Kabatu, the Ethiopian gentleman, was also released accidentally from Chelmsford prison this time and was wandering around for 3 days, I think it was, before he was found again and then deported back to Ethiopia. This guy, this Algerian, apparently, it appears, although it's not been confirmed yet, it appears he's not an asylum seeker. So he's in the country, I don't know whether it's on a legal basis or not a legal basis, but he was a foreign-held prisoner and he's now wandering the streets somewhere. So this all came to light. Prime Minister's Question Times was on today at 12 o'clock, and David Lammy stood in for Keir Starmer because Keir Starmer is off swanning around the world again. I'll do another video about that later. And so Lammy answered the questions, and apparently 15 minutes before question time kicked off, the Tories party, the Conservatives, got wind of this accidental, mistaken, screwed up release, and therefore wanted to skewer David Lammy over it, which is really quite comical because David Lammy happens to be the Justice Minister as well. So it's on his watch, on his brief. So the stand-in for the Tory party was a guy, I believe, called David Cartledge. Not familiar with him, don't know who he is. And he asked, word for word, the same question to David Lammy 4 or 5 times. Are you aware of any further accidental releases or wrong releases of prisoners since the Kabatu incidents a week or so ago? And Lammy basically refused to answer the question. He skirted around the question. He avoided the question. He kept talking about the measures, the fantastic new measures that have been put in place in the last week or so. Clearly, he knew what was going on. It's since been admitted that he knew that this man had been released. So why did he refuse to answer the question? Well, they're saying it's for operational reasons, that because the Met Police are trying to hunt this man down and because they're doing an investigation into what exactly has gone on, he wasn't able to talk about it publicly. Bullshit. He just didn't want to get completely embarrassed about what's going on in his department. It's a joke. It's a farce. How unsafe is it that there are men, not only are we releasing dangerous people early anyway because we haven't got enough prisons in our streets, we're also booting out onto the streets ones that have not even completed their sentences, even the shortened sentences. It's a farce. It's a joke. What is going on? Nothing is going right. This government must be scratching their heads thinking we might as well just give up, roll over and go away because we cannot get anything right. And yes, these are all systemic problems. These are all things that have been going on their watch, on other people's watches for years as well. The same thing, I'm sure, was going on under the Conservative Party. But it's because we haven't got strong people in charge. It's because we're too interested in box ticking and diversity, equity and inclusion and making sure that people's rights are respected instead of just doing the right thing. So now we have a fun-loving Algerian man of 24 years of age wandering the streets of London somewhere. What a farce.